It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say.
KBL, you a menace.
Yeah. It's a lot of little boys out here talking that talk, but ain't spinning and walking that walk. 5 bills to get you whacked, 50 shots up in this Mac, face shots to make the news, we just step when they relax, group chats to get you tapped, forehead up in my lap, when they pump we run it back, tell my youngin' cut no slack, 5 bills to get you whacked. More importantly, man, stop playing. Go get that merch, man. I got that merch out for y'all at www.youngandhefe.shop. www.youngandhefe.shop. Go ahead, get them. Don't care about number what the check say. Ring that bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. And if you know it don't cost you nothing to press that button shirt, man, let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted that merch, is here. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about nothing but what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics? Man, if you don't know, you about to find out. Sedi Nash. So, y'all already know, top of the night last night, before it struck the next day, I dropped a segment pertaining to Ceddy Nash about him bringing Lil Woody over there to the 60s. So, self-proclaimed, not from my mouth, Ceddy Nash, self-proclaimed, neighborhood 60, you know what I'm saying? By way of Sacramento. I don't know what his situation is. I don't know if he had his official in the land or whatever the case may be. But whatever it is, he's accepted. He came down here. I don't know if he was down here for BET weekend or he just decided to show up for BET weekend and go to the hood. However, I'm thinking BET weekend because he brought Lil Woody with him. So he pull up, lamb truck, you know, pull up on the block, 67 Brian Hurst. You know, got the fellas with him. You know, he out there, you know what I'm saying? He gang banging, you know what I'm saying? High signing, you know, lost scandalous, most hated, all the stuff, whatnot. Gang business, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that I'm not accustomed to or haven't seen before. So, however, I reported by way word of mouth, third party information. This is not nothing that you can stamp because you got to hear it from the corporate's mouth or the people who was there. So, however, Ceddy Nash decided to issue an apology to his community in the 60s because there was some guys who was not what Little Woody pulling up over there on the block because of the stigma and those allegations that's on him. You know what I'm saying? We all seen him on the stand. He did righteous on the stand, but before he decided to do that righteous on the stand, he had a lot to say pertaining to the YSL being a gang. If I'm speaking correctly, things he had did for Young Thug as far as hits, shot at people. He was being used as a henchman, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You feel me? So he was granted immunity, and with him being granted immunity, we don't know for what reason he's been granted immunity. But however, since he's been out, you know, he's been with the likes of Charleston White. He been popping up. He been on celebrity reality shows, you know what I'm saying, 20+1, V1 with the women, all type of stuff. They've been giving him a bag. It's like, you know, this new culture and new way is applauding people that do wrong in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because before he did the wrong, he was out there thugging, you know what I'm saying? And he has a stigma and name ring bell, you know what I'm saying, for doing his thing in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to name it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. If you know, you know. If you don't, play dumb. So, However, like I said, this is 50-50 with people when people pick and choose. So you're going to have some people that look at it like, man, he should never said nothing. The law, omerta, he should never said nothing. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to have the people that's going to be like, well, man, he did get on the stand and, he messed the whole trial up and, got held in contempt and went to jail and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing with this. Now, I've never seen this from Ceddy Nash, but this is what I'm being told. So, when this situation was going on, I heard that Ceddy Nash supposedly spoke out and said something along the lines that Little Woody was a rat or a snitch. I don't know if he still got this segment. I don't know where it was said. I didn't see this with my own eyes. This is what's being told. As he's a commutator, you feel me? He's a content creator. He covered things that's going on. The Diddy trial, whatever's hot in the street. So I'm pretty sure when his Young Thug trial was going on, he covered this. Now, I'm going to play this apology for y'all. And this apology, he claims that Lil Woody is his folks, is his people. Now, I don't know if this is a cousin, you know what I'm saying, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, cousin through marriage, or I don't know if this is business, but he did throw the B out there. He threw business out there. And we know a lot of times people bend their integrity and morals for business and to get a bag. So if he spoke up on if he spoke up on Lil Woody before, which like I said, I ain't seen it. Let's just go with the narrative that he have. And now he hanging out with him. It's for clout and it's about a bag. If this is, in fact, his people, it is what it is. People going to stand with their people through the mud, through thick and thin. That's just what it is. But let's go ahead and play this apology. And you already know, man, it's the halfway and the half effect. We going to commentate.
As a man, I got to step up and apologize to the whole hood for this BS, this fiasco that just happened. My goal is never to bring controversy to the hood. That's number one. I talked to all the older homies that I need to and everything. We all straight. Everything is good. What y'all seen was somebody that I rock with that's like family to me, seeing my brothers and how we do stuff in LA, because I didn't want anything to happen to Woody while he was in LA. I wanted to make sure that everything was good. And instantly, I'm already saying this right now. I apologize. I talked to all the homies. Bro, we was, you know what I'm saying? Was understood, ain't got to be said or anything like that. Everything is already addressed. We done already handled it. It's all good. But if the whole hood don't agree, that's it. It don't matter. Sedi Nash ain't bigger than the program. None of that. My brothers are standing with me because that's what it is, bro. So because I'm doing business with somebody and I got a relationship with somebody, anybody from the hood that feel like whatever they feel like they're entitled to their opinion and ain't nothing ever gonna be negative. I'm not bigger than the program. I'm just saying this as a man because this is what has to happen. So I'm putting it out there right now. Sedi Nash apologizing to the whole hood because we already got a bunch of controversy going on. More ain't needed. So automatically, like I said, I done talked to the big homies. I done talked to everybody I need to talk to. I done stood and, what's understood ain't got to be said. Certain things ain't going to be said on this internet. But from me to everybody, bruh, that's on me. That's on me. That's my apology. My brothers were supporting me. Kez is a civilian. He is a celebrity. But there's still protocol on how to do stuff. If one no say no, it don't matter. That's a whole no. So just because I'm doing business with people, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. So right now, for me, everybody and everybody I talked to, everybody already know this was coming. So ain't no surprise, no nothing like that, anything. I got to apologize to the hood because it do look bad. It just do. Regardless of the people who know, they know. Everybody that's in, know. So I'm not finna make this no negative. I sat, you know what I'm saying? I done, you know what I mean? Everything that's don't need to be on the net is on the net and whatever else. But the homies were supporting me. That's what that was. That's what that was, bro. So I ain't want to bring no distractions. I don't want no bad light casted on the hood. The cats that wasn't feeling that, they have a right to that. The older homies that needed to, you know what I'm saying, need to holler at me, they hollered at me. Everything square, we straight. It's all love. The internet, all the internet hate, bring that my way. Because all the cats that y'all tagging and all this, they ain't had nothing to do with that. Y'all didn't see everybody. So that's what that is, bro. The whole hood was not running with that. That's on.
Damn. No, you still there, They fun.
Quarter rapping, playing ball but not matching, chopping up into a fraction. All these niggas top on cash with this new era filled with cap and no lacking. I'm pistol packing in the world that you can't imagine. I'm ready to go giraffe. My home grip is probably the bitch. I ain't stupid, I'm sure for shit. RP the neighborhood, nigga. I'm focused, trying to get rich. I ain't trying to talk to you, bitch.
Most hated, bitch. My nigga Woody.
Yeah, we tripping for respect, but I'm so disrespectful. I'm from where we keep the rock.
Name my nigga BG, baby.
Okay, so bam, right there. If y'all ain't caught the apology, that's the apology right there. And that was the righteous thing to do. First and foremost, that was righteous. Yeah, this need to be public because that was not the business. Now, I want to say two things. The first thing is going to be be all you can be. And the feds, they told me that it was like the army, be all you can be. And I'm starting to see that the internet is be all you can be, all that you can be. Second, a close second, the internet is undefeated. The internet is undefeated. Now, he made the apology. It was some people that wasn't with it. He called in, tapped into whatever he needed to tap into, explained the situation, apologized, and it was accepted. However, he also got on the internet because this was an internet situation, being that this was broadcast on stories and people brought this to YouTube. That's the thing to do. YouTube and Instagram coincide with one. A lot of these bloggers, content creators, commentators, they're on people pages and stories lurking, hoping to see something, catch something so they can be the first one to break the story. I'm telling you. And people is giving them a show and giving them a story daily. So he did the righteous thing to come apologize because the members was not with that as a whole. But as he said, not my word, Ceddy Nash word came out his mouth, is that, you know, he got the ones, that got love for him and stand with him as well. Now, this is what I want to get into and say, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm starting to hate the internet, man. They probably about to make me get off the internet. I ain't gonna lie. The money is cool. The check say it's cool. But it's like once you cover one thing, you gotta cover the next. Like you can't bar no punches. You can't sway no punches. You can't fake it till you make it. None of that, man. We ain't doing that here when it's the Hef effect. So I'm watching this public apology and I'm rooting for him. And I'm like, man, right on. That was the righteous thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You did that right. I don't know why you play that like that. I get up and wake up this morning. You know the supporters is messy. That's why I say internet is undefeated. So over a year ago, Ceddy Nash already had a situation. And it's not my business because I'm not from 60s. But was this situation addressed, or if they didn't know about Lil Woody, if all of them as a whole didn't know about Lil Woody being on the stand, they couldn't have known about this situation that I'm about to play out. And on top of that, it's already there've been content creators who have laid this situation out. And I don't care how you gonna take it. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, cause I like, it ain't no faking in these streets, but you start to see that it be a lot of faking a line with what's supposed to be thorough and real. And I really did this and kept my mouth shut and been in jail behind shit numerous of times, bro. And one thing I hate and dislike is, I ain't gonna even say hate. Hate is a strong word. Dislike is when you got somebody acting tough or seeming as if they stand on business and then you find out that they're flawed. Now, just because somebody flawed don't mean that they won't go. But you know, I'm of that notion and thought like, bro, I don't care if you flawed, if you told on somebody, you assisted the police, anything, man, sit your ass down on any gangster activity, thug activity. Don't come with no roughing stuff. None of that, homie. Be a civilian. So we about to get to the content, and y'all already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Some witnesses about what they heard. They said they heard an argument just before the shooting. When you heard the argument, was it a long argument? Was it just short? Did it seem like they knew each other?
It was static. And his friend was like, he not even a part of this. You know, he not a part of this S.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know. Just as crazy as it was for you to watch that, it was crazy for me too. But let's dive in. Apparently, Ceddy Nash was a on-the-scene witness in a murder case that happened in 2012. We're going to talk about what information he may or may not have divulged and how that affected the case. November 7, 2012, there was a shooting incident outside the Monte Carlo Club in Midtown, Sacramento. Neighbors heard shots, and when they came outside, they saw somebody laying dead on the sidewalk. One witness, Cedric Adams, said, "This is a situation where I parked and heard it, and somebody else was running one way and another person falling on the ground and he was dead." Now, it wouldn't take the police long to make an arrest, but that was also a result of witnesses on the scene cooperating. A 35-year-old Sacramento man will be arrested that same night and charged in connection with the shooting incident that left one man dead. According to police, a patrol officer just happened to be in the area at the time of the shooting and heard the shots. When he arrived at the scene, a witness described a suspicious vehicle that had just left. After being arrested, the defendant in that case would admit to the shooting, but he would claim that he acted in self-defense. Neither the establishment where the incident occurred or any of the surrounding establishments would capture the shooting itself on video. And other than the defendant, no witness testified to actually seeing the shooting or seeing the victim with a gun. According to the defendant, the victim arrived at the bar in a car with two men. They stopped to use the restroom. Defendant saw them approach the bar entrance. He stood with his side to them, his cell phone in one hand and holding his gun on his other side. As Nunez approached, the defendant fired 3 gunshots at Nunez from a distance of about 16 feet. 2 bullets striking the victim, one in his chest and one in his back. Nunez died on the scene. No gun was found on or near him. One of his companions removed a cell phone but could not say why, and neither companion saw him with a gun. The defendant would say that it wasn't a cell phone that the companions removed and that it was actually a firearm. Now that we got the facts out of the way, let's get to this. Me personally, I feel like you have absolutely no business being a witness to a crime, not to mention a murder. As a I don't understand why you, knowing that something like that happened, wouldn't flee the scene. Whether you did it or didn't do it, nobody is really sticking around to talk to the police and talk to the news and do all this stuff on camera. We watched you for years now speak on every single situation. You talking about Vine being sacrificed by Dirk, Vine being scared of Lil J going to PC. These are all subjective opinion things, but then you go into stuff like this, Young Dolph sacrificed by Key Glock. This is just conspiracy talk right here. So we watch you cover all these different things, but when the 1090 Jake situation come up, you go quiet. And then when he finally addresses the situation, you actually go to his comment section and co-sign. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say that you went to the trial and testified against this dude because I don't know that for certain. What I do know is that if an incident happens and the police arrive on the scene and you got people out there saying the car went this way and this is what I heard, this is what I saw, that's snitching. Just because you...
Did it seem like they knew each other?
It was static. And his friend was like, he not even a part of this. You know, he not a part of this S.
Then boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, man. So look, you know, we ain't about to do no tongue wrestling, lip wrestling. We ain't about to get crazy. We ain't about to talk crazy. We ain't about to make the snitch, rat accusations. None of that. If you in the streets, if you know, you know. You know what it is. If you a banger, you know what it is. But this what I am gonna say and get to. I don't know if this was before he was from 60s, because it be situations like this, you know what I'm saying? He could have did this when he was a civilian before he got courted to the 60s. This happened in Sacramento. They say he from Sacramento, you know what I'm saying? They say he moved to Atlanta. I don't know if this is the reason why he moved to Atlanta. Now, let me say this. It was a little dude that was not of my community either. He was like from out of Apple Valley somewhere. They allowed this dude to come to our community. You know what I'm saying? They did what they did. You know what I'm saying? The YNs, you know what I'm saying? Put him on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He running with them. You know, he was in jail with them or whatever. He was in jail with one of the YNs. That's how he even got introduced, you know what I'm saying, to the community. So when he got out of jail, he definitely came down to the community, got courted on and stuff like that. So he get courted on. After he get courted on, probably 5-6 months down the line, a video surfaced of him talking to the police. The police is asking him about another male that he was with in a stolen car. And he was like, oh, he went that way. He was the one stole a car. I didn't know. You know, I just got picked up. Ooh, man, like, and like, and start crying, like, type situation. So when that surfaced, you know, the homie seeing that, like, man, what is this? You know, get up on him. He like, oh, man, this is before I was gangbanging. Y'all can see I was skinnier. I was younger then. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. I know better now and this and that. But, you know what I'm saying, from my understanding, he got the boot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't tell nobody what to do with their area, nor am I telling nobody what to do with their area, nor am I trying to give anybody any ideas. But the law and the ethic is omerta, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen Ceddy Nash, you know what I'm saying, like I've said, because I've watched his content a few times, and, you know, I saluted, you know what I'm saying, certain stuff, information he came with and stuff like that. But I never knew nothing of this. This is my first time seeing this, even hearing of this. Somebody just sent this to me. And that's why I say the internet is undefeated and be all you can be, because ain't no way you really can even apologize for Woody or do nothing to Woody, because you got a situation of your own that's real questionable. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's crazy. So just like, my question is like, did they know about this? You know, did he get DP'd? Is this something before he was banging? Or what the situation is, man? Because we got to watch out. Definitely when you courting and you allowing people that's not from your area to bang that area. With that being said, I'm going to conclude this there. This your boy, Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. And press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.